Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be talking about this massive breakout on the Uniswap Bitcoin pair, as well as a general market analysis and where I think Uniswap could potentially be headed over the next few weeks and months. So if you're new to the channel and you want to show some support, please leave a like and subscribe. So I have the RSI on my chart as well as some key levels here outlined. The RSI is looking pretty strong to me right here. And I think a lot of people actually misuse the RSI. And what I mean by that is they see these oversold regions and they think that's bullish because it's too far sold. They should buy before it pumps back up and has a mean reversion. Now, that can work except for the fact that it can stay oversold for a prolonged period of time. So basically we saw Uniswap actually enter this period where it was below 50 on the RSI for about 42 weeks. Now for 42 weeks, it was oversold. And you really don't know when it's not going to be oversold. And when it kind of gets back above 50, which is kind of the average, the normal, it starts to become a lot more bullish. It's signifying a new trend, a trend that is up and it's bullish. And instead of being oversold for 42 weeks, we're kind of breaking that structure. We can even see this, general downward sloping resistance. We had a lower high here at around 48, and currently we've just completely taken that out, and we're having a pretty strong bounce off of these lows. So it's looking very positive to me. If we take a measuring move, we are up around 110% off these lows. I did a video a few weeks back, and I think the primary initiation of this pump was mainly because of their acquisition of Genie XYZ, which, if you don't know, is a marketplace NFT aggregator, and it allows people to sweep NFT floors, purchase them in mass. And I think it's a great platform. So they did acquire that. So Uniswap is expanding from the decentralized exchange side of crypto into NFTs. So it was a very big and powerful advancement in their overall universe. And I think it's pretty strong. It shows you that Uniswap is trying to expand. It is trying to grow their overall net revenue. And I think Uniswap is actually one of the tokens. I'm not exactly sure how well it will perform the next cycle, but I can be sure that it is going to be one of the tokens that does stand the test of time. It has phenomenal. It's not a token that focuses specifically on improving the token price, but rather improving the business, where they're earning more revenue from the fees they generate. They're expanding to the NFT side of things. So I think they're doing a lot of great things. And I think Uniswap will definitely stand the test of time going into the next cycle. And I think that it's pretty strong here off this low. It does look to be breaking out. Any way you draw this general downward sloping resistance, you could say, we've broken this downward sloping resistance and we're kind of targeting some of these lower highs. Now, the one that specifically sticks out to me is this lower high on January 10th, the week of January 10th, at around 0.00042. Now, if we're able to start reclaiming this level, getting back above it, that for me will start to mean we're going to be back up to these all-time highs in the following few months. Because really what we would have here is just a macro bottom here off of this base that was formed back in 2020. And if we can start reclaiming these lower highs, then I really think that it's not too far from there to new all-time highs. It's only another 100% from there, and I think that is definitely manageable given how it's kind of having the strength, it's having the momentum on the RSI. It's back up into an uptrend, as we can see here at around 56 on the weekly. If I switch over to a daily chart, we can see how we are pretty strongly in the overbought territory. We're at about 78, which has not been visited ever before since January of 2021, and just this peak here recently in June. So it is showing a lot of strength. It's an uptrend for sure. And the thing about the RSI is it can remain overbought for a while as well. Similar to how we were oversold for 42 weeks, we can be overbought for weeks, and that could ultimately be the strength and the momentum we need to start targeting some of these lower highs. And in general, we have definitely broken some sort of downtrend. We've broken this general best fit line that we've been rejecting off of. Either way you draw it, there's no best fit exactly, but any way you slice it, we have broken this downward sloping resistance, and we're forming this new uptrend with a current double bottom in play. So now I'm going to switch over to the Uniswap USD pair, and I think this is going to be very interesting to look at as well, because basically what we have here is a massive failed bear breakdown. So we have this very important region here ranging from about $4.20 all the way up to $4.69. Now this is a very important level because we saw this was consolidation and resistance in 2020. And if I zoom in here, we can see how basically we held resistance at this level for a while, right? We had resistance at it for about 50 days or so, rejecting off of it pretty consistently here. And then what we did was we flipped it into support. We broke above it, came back down, retested it, and flipped it into support. So the point is that we had this price action going below this level. The bears had a pretty extreme advantage because they could have flipped this into resistance, but it was ultimately short-lived. We came back above it, and all of this was just one big deviation, right? We have price action kind of breaking a very key level and then reclaiming it. So once we reclaimed it, that was a very bullish sign. We came back, retested it as support. Now we're trending back up and actually breaking some of these lower highs that we formed around $5.78. So it's a very good sign. It's very positive, and I think this is going to be the start of a new uptrend, especially if we can take out this very important resistance level around $7.50. Because if we can do that, then there's really no other very key levels striking out to me except for some of these lower highs. So we have, again, similar to the Bitcoin pair, a pretty general best fit line signifying the lower highs where we're kind of forming resistance off of every few weeks or so. So once we can start breaking above this, kind of reclaiming this support and consolidating, this is ultimately going to be the sign that I'm looking for to start targeting some of these lower highs at $12 and then ultimately at $19 and then finally at $27. So if we can start breaking this downward sloping resistance, reclaim the support region at around $7.50, then I'm going to be starting to target some of these lower highs and really consider the fact that we might have a bottom in play. So that's the end of my Uniswap analysis. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any comments, suggestions, or feedback, please do leave those below. And as always, I will see you in the next one.